Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the new Tapu Bulu in the Master League. We asked on Twitter again for some battles, as right now only the Master League for level 50 Pokemon is available, and it would be a little bit weird to play this in there, even though we actually had some people who didn't read the rules again and tried level 50 Pokemon against me, which we also had last time, but we had like Tapu Lele, I think. So yeah, but yeah, we have Tapu Bulu today coming out with a new event. I rated some, like only a few, because it just came out in like New Zealand, and I do remote raids of course for this thing. And yeah, for me right now it's currently 3 AM while I'm recording this, so it's a little bit late. I had to wait until like raids are out and whatever, and so I can get some remote raids done. But I was lucky and I got a nice 100% Tapu Bulu. I have never had anything like this. Usually, you know my channel, I'm just going to take the first that I get and power this up, and then have like such very bad IVs usually on like new legendaries, but I can at least showcase it on my channel. That's basically the sacrifice there. But not today. We got a hundo, which is kind of crazy, especially because on my first raid, which I did for this thing, I got like a 15, 12, 11 or something. And like then I got this basically directly afterwards. I was actually already considering building the first one because 15 attack is pretty neat, even though like the other stats are not that good. But we got actually a hundo, so definitely, if you want to support me, leave a like on the video. Also for the nice time right now at 3 AM in the morning, so we can get this video done before, like in general, before the event most likely drops for you as well. But yeah, we're gonna take a look a little bit on Tapu Bulu, what it can do in the Master League, the bulk it has, whatever we can do with it. And we're gonna see some cool games with this. We're gonna see some games that were a little bit weird. Here we face a Sylveon, which basically tells me already we're gonna have another Charmander in the back. And because it's most likely the what's it called, the Togekiss, I don't really want to stay into this matchup here. So like I don't really want to have the Tapu Bulu against my against the Togekiss, so I'm just gonna go here for the Grass Knot. I should be able to farm down now. We do a pretty decent amount of damage, and this is a thing that I actually didn't thought this would be the case, but Tapu Bulu is a very strong attacking Pokemon. Like, you do way more damage than you really keep. Like, I thought it would be a little bit more bulky, to be honest, but therefore we do a lot of damage. And we had some fun with this. We have 9 battles here now. Some of them, of course, not completely crazy, like the first one, for example, where we had like the Sceptile, of course, cool spice there, but most likely not the thing that you usually would find in the Master League. But here we face a double charm team, which is of course nothing you want to face, but we're still gonna be able to finish off with the Tapu Bulu, the Togekiss there, and we are fine. Of course, if I commentate a little bit weird, it's literally 3 AM right now. We see the Togekiss in the lead there against us, so we can go for some Stone Edges. Also, yeah, I think against a fellow streamer. I don't think he streams anymore though, because most likely also because of the current season. Yeah, it's currently not very exciting, to be honest, to stream. I'm also kind of taking a break from streaming again after taking a break prior, because it's not really something like the gameplay is completely not something that's like stream worthy. It's still funny for videos, I think. I also get still a lot of good views here on YouTube, which I'm really grateful for. But I think for streaming content right now with the interlude season is not the best. I'm hyped again though for the next season. I'm hopefully gonna be able to stream there more as well again. And yeah, next season gonna be hype anyway with Elo again, because Elo is something that we miss kinda like crazy right now. We are already halfway through the season, which is cool. Here we can go for Dazzling Gleam. Sadly doesn't do as much as it like one-shots a Giratina. This is kind of a problem, because if we would one-shot this, it would be such a way better matchup, but like this we can go for a Grass Knot, and my opponent's still gonna have the Melmetal in the back, which of course counters the what's it called, the Dialga. Oh, it's a very OG team that my opponent had here. This is like something that had been around for like ages. Here I just heal the first one because it didn't matter. Like, my opponent always win there, no matter what he has. He has so much energy already. There was nothing I can do there, so good game there. Next up we're gonna have we have a Ho-Oh in the lead. I expected a lot of Ho-Ohs in the lead, so I was like going for Landorus lead, which should always be able to win this matchup if you play it correctly. Stone Edge, of course, easy one-shot, double super effective, going to be able to get the shield there. We can overfarm a little bit. My opponent throws like a lot of quick moves, which is fine for me. we see the Brave Bird here. And we can go for another Stone Edge after 2 more, so they cannot sneak an extra move through. And this is going to be able to get the Lost Shield, and we can farm up extra again. And I don't know if my opponent wants to stay in here and just lose the Ho-Oh or not. We're going to see now, and my opponent wants to swap out into a Giratina. I go for the Stone Edge, and I was really regretting this play, to be honest. I should have just went into my Dialga straight away. Like this, I go into my Tapu Bulu, and we're going to see how much a Shadow Ball going to do against me. And the Shadow Ball gonna do a ton of damage. You see, we are very squishy. We can still go for the Dazzling Gleam, at least that's what I thought, but sadly we will lose Team Pita here and the Omnius weren't gonna be able to KO us. So my play here right now is going into my Dialga, farming this thing all the way down, and I should be able to get to the Draco Media just in time, hopefully. But let's see if my opponent goes into their Dialga. This is not very good, so I have to go for my Draco Media right now. And I kind of have to catch the move now. And I'm just going to try to do this right now. I'm just going to try to catch, and we're going to be able to catch the move. This is an Earthquake, this is a Brave Bird. It's going to be the Brave Bird. They need one more Incinerate for the next Brave Bird, which would KO us, but we just barely get to the Draco Media at the same time as my opponent. Good game there, very close game, and we're gonna be able to win this. Next up, we're gonna have, I think this is the first game I played, Giratina against us in the lead. This is not the best lead, of course. We're gonna go into our Dialga, which is gonna face Melmetal, so we have already basically a hard counter here, so yeah, this is not really the best. We're just gonna let this go. It's a superpower. Maybe I should have shielded the first one. I'm still not really that sure about Master League. I, of course, haven't played this recently because it wasn't available for ages. So yeah, of course, level 50 Master League is available, but who the hell has all the Pokemon at level 50? I don't. Even though I actually read a lot of the Tapus recently and also the Thunderous and the Tornadoes, but I'm not even, still didn't even get enough for level 50 for either of them. I'm like at, I don't know, 250 or something. XL Kenya still would need like 50, but I can get this next time they're around. Not really pressured there. We see the Zacian here, and we're going to be able to do some nice damage with our Grass Knot spam. But this game definitely doesn't look too good. I tried to catch the move there, which didn't work out. My opponent swaps out. We have the Giratina against us. We can go for the Stone Edge. Going to be able to do a lot of damage against this Giratina, but there's not a lot that we can do here right now. We just gotta let it go, hope that we can get to another move, maybe the Stone Edge, and we will see that we barely miss out there. We go for the superpower, hoping that we get the shield there from our opponent. And we are going to be able to get the shield there actually, which is insane. And we're gonna be able to take the move here. We have to shield it up. It's a Shadow Ball, of course. And I'm gonna go for the Grass Knot here now. I think, yeah, go for the Grass Knot, and I got denied. Which is not how it's supposed to be. My opponent swaps out, which should take one turn. I should have been able to get the Grass Knot onto him. I think I would have been also able to still lose there, but that's fine. Here my next opponent didn't read the rules again, I guess. We see 2 level 50 Pokemon against me. I have only level 40 Pokemon. Very cool. Shit on my Mosswine and shit on my Champ. Like, I think it was the dude that did the same thing last time. Yeah, I always say level 40 Master League. This is level 50 Master League. Not really the biggest fan of this, but what can you do? This is just then a little bit tougher to deal with, of course, because they have 10 more levels than you. That's not really the most fun. But does it really matter to me? Not really. We see the Machamp here coming in here. We can still get to an Iron Head, which my opponent definitely has to shield. And I'm still kind of fine against the Machamp. All my Pokemon can kind of deal with it, and they go for the... Cross Chop. Interesting. They're gonna swap out into a Metagross, which is very good for me. If we had this against our Tapu Bulu, we had some problems because this thing is just a hard counter. We can go for a superpower, getting this thing low, and go for another superpower, which doesn't still KO him, but we still have our Dialga with like 2 HP or something. Going to be able to Dragon Breath them down, and now we're gonna be able to win the game. So, talking a little bit more about Tapu Bulu. How do I think Tapu Bulu gonna be like in the meta? How do I like it? How was it when I played it? The thing with this thing, of course, like as I said before, it's squishy, but also the moveset is kind of a problem. While it got a very decent moveset right now, it really kind of needs something like superpower in my opinion. Like it really needs us to be very good. Right now, of course, it's kind of unique. It's something that, for example, if you get it locked in against the Kyogre, this thing should be very, very good because you're going to be able to go for the Grass Knots in time, definitely one-shots it. So like it has some cool unique matchups, as well as, for example, the Garchomp, as you saw there. Like Garchomp cannot do anything against you, so there are a lot of matchups where you can hard counter stuff. It looks very good on paper, but at the end of the day, I think the stats is just the thing that it really kind of holds them down. In the main series games, like the Tapus were mainly good because of their ability, and of course, sadly, in Pokemon Go, abilities don't really have any impact on how the Pokemon function, other than maybe the Slacking, because Slacking got Yawn because of their ability. But yeah, like of course it's not gonna be the best because yeah, in the main series games it wasn't really the stats which made this Pokemon very good. So yeah, here you have like a pretty squishy, pretty attacking Pokemon that is of course cool, but more fun than anything else. But I have a Hundo, so I don't regret powering this thing up. I'm still most likely gonna catch some more to maybe get some XL candy and some rare candies for the next Pokemon that gonna come out. And we're gonna see the matchup against Melmetal, which I actually thought was kind of interesting. You can go for 3 times Grass Knot and you should be able to get Melmetal pretty low. And actually my opponent only has a Lugia in the back. Lugia at like literally next to 0 HP and has Dragon Tail, which I'm gonna be able to resist. And I'm just gonna go for the Grass Knot here. I'm just gonna swap out now, try to KO it in time. But this is gonna lose me the game because my opponent for some reason also swapped out. I don't know if one Grass Knot would have done enough against the Lugia, or like the 18% or whatever this would be. But I think it might have, and it would have been of course been cool here. But yeah, we have a Mewtwo here against us, we have a Ho against us, kinda hard counter again. Usually nowadays Mewtwo either on Focus Blast or the Shadow Ball. I don't really see any other moveset anymore. There was like a time where Ice Beam was really viable because of the Yveltal being around, but Yveltal kinda dipped after the Azation, so it's currently kinda safe to assume that it's either the Shadow Ball, which is very likely right now, or the Focus Blast, which is also kinda likely if you play against Mewtwo. But yeah, we're gonna see. We see the Ho wanting to let this go. We're gonna go into our Tapu Bulu. We see the Mewtwo coming in here. And we just gonna let this go because we will survive one size drag. We of course see the Ice Beam against us. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely a tough one to beat. With Ice Beam, Ice is basically the core breaker of my lead and my Pokemon in the back. Actually, I really enjoyed this team on paper as well, because yeah, we have a Dialga in the back. Like literally his entire team hard counters my Tapu Bulu, which is not very cool. The cool thing about the team though here right now, which we have Landorus in the lead, which doesn't really want to face something like the Kyogre, and you have basically the hardest Kyogre answer in the back, while you have the Dialga as a Sassorb, which is of course one of the best Sassorbs in the back. You have the synergy between the Dialga and the what's called in the Landorus, which is like, for example, you can get rid of the Steel types, which you also don't really want to face with your with the Tapu Bulu in the back. So I really think this team is one of the best that you can build around Tapu Bulu if you want to play it for yourself. But of course, Tapu Bulu itself isn't the craziest Pokemon, so yeah, we are in the last battle already, I think, and we're gonna be able to see this Giratina matchup against Dialga. I don't really like this. They can go for another move here, and I forgot, I think they can only go for Omnius Wind anyway, but I'm still gonna shield and they go for Omnius Wind. I think it was the case that you can only get to one of those crazy moves in this matchup, but I'm just so out of Master League, and of course it's like, yeah, it's 3 AM. And I'm not that concentrated while battling. But we see the Yveltal here, which is crazy as we really haven't seen Yveltal recently a lot in the meta. And he can go for the Dark Pulse, but Yveltal gets basically completely walled by our Tapu Bulu unless they run Hurricane, which is a rare moveset which usually people don't really want to play. And we see the Gyarados here coming in against our Tapu Bulu. We're just gonna go for the Dazzling Beam now, because why not? We can go for that anyway, and we're still gonna be able to win. We're gonna be able to resist all the possible moves that the Gyarados has, which is very, very cool. Go for the Dazzling Gleam, KOing this, and we just gotta finish off this Yveltal with our Tapu Bulu as well. And that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and leave a like on the video. Would support me way more than you think. And Tapu Bulu is definitely a cool Pokemon to get, not meta, but fun to play and very unique. So see you next video. Have a great rest of your day and bye.